Greetings, students. Thank you very much for attending the second online class for Unit 1 on March 20th. So let's get started. We're going to go over the case study for Unit 1, which is the Hudson Corporation. They are a luxury luggage manufacturer and they're facing increased competition from cheaper imports. It must decide how to protect its brand and create new markets for its products. Background. Hudson Corporation, based in New Jersey, USA, makes top-of-the-range luggage and travel accessories. It is a well-known brand name in the USA. Its suitcases and bags are associated with high quality, traditional design, and craftsmanship. Hudson emphasizes in its advertising that its products are made in America. Recently, the company's market share in the USA has decreased. One reason for this has been the increased competition from Asian companies selling similar products at much lower prices. A year ago, the management decided to boost sales by entering the European market, focusing initially on Switzerland, Germany, France, and Italy. They set up a branch office in the warehouse facility in Zurich, which would be the base for their European expansion. So, looking at the background information, think to yourself, what problems do you think Hudson will face on entering the European market? You can make a note of these possible problems. Let's go over the market research. Hudson recently set up a series of focus groups to find out how consumers perceive the company's brand in the USA. Which of the findings do you think may contribute to the company's lower market share in its home market? So the market research states, do you think Hudson's luggage and bags are 1. Expensive? 72% of people answered yes. Do you think that Hudson bags are exclusive? 56% said yes. Good value for money? 48% said yes. Good quality? 82% said yes. Old-fashioned? 68% said yes. Exciting? 15% said yes, and innovative, 18% said yes. Just by looking at that, you're going to notice some things that should stand right out. When you see, are the bags exciting? Only 15% said yes. That means what? 85% say no. Same thing with innovative. 18% said yes, so 82% said no. The other ones are very telling, but let's listen to track 6. 4 of Hudson's American managers are talking about the problems they could face in Europe. Listen and make notes on the key points.
Unit 1. Brands. Track 6.
Okay, everyone. We'll be getting a report soon from the consultants we've hired, European marketing. But let's think a bit about the problems we may face entering the European markets. Diana, what do you think?
Well, one thing's for sure. We're going to have to do a lot of advertising to establish our brand, and that's going to be expensive. And we may need to adapt a lot of our luggage for European consumers. That could be very costly, too.
Yes, but we've allowed for that in our budget. Ruth, what difficulties do you think we'll have?
Well, we'll need to get the pricing of our products right. But European consumers aren't as price conscious as we are back home, so pricing may not be too much of a problem. I know for a fact people in Europe will pay high prices for luxury goods if they like the design and it gives them status. So I think we have to develop the Hudson brand as an exclusive made-in-America product. That'll mean high prices and a strong message that our luggage is high quality and great value for money.
That makes sense to me. Tom, what do you think?
I don't agree at all. I just don't think Ruth's right. I think we should go down market, sell at very competitive prices, and aim to achieve high volume sales. To do that, we'll need to look carefully at our manufacturing costs. So it's probably time we stopped manufacturing in the U.S. The costs are just too high.
Thanks, Tom. That's an interesting point of view. I think we all feel that we need to position Hudson right in European markets. Should we go up market or down market? That's an important decision we'll have to make.
Yeah, right.
My feeling, too, is we may need to increase the range of our products and stretch our brand. Put it on other products. The right products, of course, ones that fit with our brand image. We certainly need some new thinking if we're going to succeed in Europe. And our consultants, European Marketing, will have plenty of advice for us, I've no doubt.
Okay, good.
Unit 2.
So good. So we just heard from the four different managers that have different competing ideas of what the problems that they may face and some opportunities that they also may overcome or may use. The next slide is the different marketing strategies. There's reposition the brand, develop the Hudson brand, hire a top designer, develop wider product range, stretch the Hudson brand, and develop the sales using e-commerce. So let's go over each one. So reposition the brand, that sell Hudson suitcases and bags at a medium price range, manufacture the products in a country where labor costs are low, for example, India or China. Do not promote the bags as or the products as made in America. Use a high volume, low cost strategy for Hudson's core products. The second strategy is develop the Hudson brand. Promote the Hudson products as an exclusive brand and keep the made in America tag. Sell the products in the high price ranges. Use product placement in films and television to support the brand. Hire a famous, sophisticated, influential man or woman to endorse the products. Two well-known French film stars have shown interest in endorsing a new range. The third strategy is hire a top designer. Employ a top designer to produce a new range of smaller suitcases and shoulder bags aimed at business people traveling in Europe and at the rich, young, fashion conscious buyers. Sell the products under a new label. The fourth strategy is develop a wider product range. Sell a wider range of products under the Hudson label, for example, trolley backpacks, document cases, briefcases, name card holders, shoulder bags for men and women, and sell at lower competitive prices. Stretch the Hudson brand. Uh, Put the Hudson brand on high quality watches and jewelry. Make an agreement with the Swiss manufacturers of these top of the range products. The last one is develop sales using e-commerce. Sell the existing products through the internet at very competitive prices. So, looking at those different strategies, what are you going to do? Well, we have some tasks here. You are a director of Hudson Corporation. Consider the advantages and disadvantages of each of the options above. So here you're going to look at the different, like reposition the brand. Talk about what are the positives and what are the negatives do you think that are going to happen if you try to reposition the brand? Again, do the same, develop the Hudson brand. What are the positives and negatives when developing the Hudson brand? Same with hire a top designer, develop a wider product range, stretch the Hudson brand, develop sales using e-marketing. So you should write quite a bit about what are the positives, what are the negatives. You could give examples of different products that have tried to reposition their brand or develop their brand. The second task is choose the two best marketing strategies from above, and then you should say those are the ones that you choose for Hudson to be able to employ to be able to enter the European market. And how are they going, and also for them to expand sales in these markets. So here you're going to put your first strategy, whether it's hire a top designer or develop sales using e-commerce, whatever. Then you're going to answer what are the reasons that the positives of doing this, and then you're also going to answer why. Why did you choose this strategy? Here, you're going to have answers of why it's positive, but you should expand on that, why you chose that. The last piece is the writing assignment. Here, as the CEO of Hudson Corporation, write an email to the head of European Marketing Associates, David Wright, summarizing the actions you agreed to take at your meeting with your reasons. Suggest a time for a meeting with David Wright and his associate. You're going to turn to page 127, and I started putting in a sample of what it's going to look like. Okay, so here in the back of the book is page 127, and you'll see here this is the emails. Your email should look just like this business example of an email. So be careful to type in an email address accurately. BCC means blind copy. A carbon copy is CC and blind carbon copy. That means the CC is so everybody can see who else it was sent to. This is to and from. And then carbon copy is other people that were copied onto the email. And blind copy is to people that you wanted to have them read the email, but you didn't want the other people to know that they also read the email. Now, you're going to do like this example here. To, from, subject. You're going to have a salutation like Dear Mr. Wright, something like that. Then you're going to have a couple paragraphs and you're going to close the paragraph with some sort of farewell. And then you should have your name and title, address, etc. You can just make that up. This online lecture was much shorter than the first one because this is just going over the case study. We will actually do this case study on the Saturday makeup class, which we'll discuss later in class to make sure what day that will be on. I think there may be some changes through Inha. I also will update the syllabuses because this information was made after the syllabuses were already put onto the iClass. So let me update our syllabuses and I will see you next week on our next online classes.